Hey, what's up? It's Terracon, and I will be showing you guys a basic rush strategy from 12 o'clock. I'm not playing anybody, but just for the sake of the video, we will act like somebody is down here at 6 o'clock. That's where our enemy is, right there at 6 o'clock. So when you're 12 o'clock, you want to build your hall as close to the gold mine as possible. At the very top of 12 o'clock is the closest place you can get. After your haul, you build your first farm. Normally I actually make my first farm right here, one space below my town hall, and the reason that I do that is because my first barrack goes right underneath that farm, and it's just easy to figure out the placement when you make your first farm there. So after your farm, build the barracks. Now we got another farm going. Now the peon that's making this farm right here will continue to make farms pretty much until I upgrade a stronghold. So I got a barracks right now, and I'm working on a blacksmith. My next building is going to be a barracks right here. Gonna make another farm with that peon, and when he's done making a farm, he's gonna be making another one. Alright, so I got barracks, smith. The first peon after all those buildings are done goes on gold, and the rest just keep on going on gold. So I'm making my grunt. As soon as that grunt pops out, I am going to start looking for my enemy. I'm going to look to my neighbor first, which is 2 o'clock right over here. Find out if I have a neighbor. That's the most important thing. My next grunt is going to go 5 o'clock, and then he's going to look at 4 o'clock. And since this grunt is over here, it's just a straight shot to 9/11. So he's going to start scouting over here. I got that same peon still making farms. Starting to line my grunts up in case an enemy comes. So 2 o'clock is clear, 9 o'clock is clear, 5 o'clock is clear. I'm going to send that grunt up to 11 o'clock and send this grunt over to 4 o'clock. Keep on lining my grunts up, create what's called a choke point. $11 o'clock is clear, 4 o'clock is clear. I'm going to take this grunt, bring him back to my base, and this one I'm going to send him straight down to find out if anybody's at small 9 or 6 o'clock. And nobody's at either one of them, but we're just going to act like our enemy's at 6 o'clock. So I got my grunts right here. I lined them up in that little choke point, and I highlighted all of them and hit the letter T, and that makes the grunts stand ground. They will not move even if they're attacked. Getting pretty low on my resources over here, so I sent about 4 or 5 peons on gold. I'm going to put that grunt in that little spot, keep all my grunts together. I highlighted the front 4, and then I hit the letter T again so that they stand their ground. Working on my lumber mill. At this point in the game, I stopped pretty much making grunts, and the only reason I did that is because, you know, I got about 9 or 10 grunts right now. Very rarely when you're in a rush with somebody else will you have more than probably like 12, 13 grunts tops. So Normally my farm space when I'm rushing gets to 33 or 37 before I go stronghold. I almost never have to go more than 37's farm space before stronghold, just because you're always sending grunts back and forth and they keep on dying. So I got that farm and I'm going stronghold. While I'm going stronghold, I'm going to build another barracks, my third barracks, and try to upgrade to level 4, but I don't have the resources for it yet. If you notice, I built my lumber mill up here. It's far away from my town hall, and the reason that I did that was so that my peons can chop wood over here, and they don't have to walk. See, they can chop over there, and they don't have to walk all the way back to the town hall. So I just built the lumber mill close to the trees so that my peons didn't have to walk far. And you want to do that everywhere, and no matter where you start. I'm repairing my ogre mound. And I'm looking pretty good on resources, so I'm going to get fort. And I'm going fort. Right now, if I had to guess, I probably got about 8 peons on wood. Probably more like 15 or so on gold. Upgrading my level 5. This is just a basic build, and then I'll show you guys, the 2 best expansions for 12 o'clock normally, or at least the 2 most common. Build a farm back there so that peons don't go having to walk all the way around that gold mine. My next farm will go right above that. I'm fort right now. I got an altar going up, and I'm going to send a few peons to repair that. The reason that I sent peons from wood to repair it is because I was a little bit lower on wood, or I mean a little higher on wood. So I'm doing good on wood, kind of low on gold. If I had a lot of gold, I would have taken peons from my gold path and started repairing that altar. Altar's done. I'm going to make my my mage. Building the 4th barracks right now. And I'm going to kill some of these grunts because at this point in the game, if I was actually playing somebody, I wouldn't have very many grunts left. I'll leave 2 grunts, and with 1 grunt, I'm going to send him up here to 11 o'clock and patrol this area right here from 11 to 9. He's just going to patrol back and forth. And then I'm going to send another grunt down here to 5, and he's going to patrol that area back and forth. And the reason I do that is so if 6 o'clock my enemy decides to expand, that grunt will know about it, and I'll see the expansion very fast. So I'm almost to Lust now, and my enemy is too. He's getting pretty close to Lust, so I'm starting to build some scout farms. And basically, scout farms are just farms that you place, outside your base, so that if your enemy comes and attacks you, you can lust your ogres before he gets there. It's just like a warning shot is all. I'm expanding at 2 o'clock. I'm going to repair that. I got a scout farm over here. And the reason that I'm starting out with these 2 scout farms is because my enemy is 6 o'clock. So he'll most likely attack from that lane right there. I got a scout farm over here just in case, and then I'll end up building 2 more over here. Starting to pull some peons and bring them over to my expansion at 2 o'clock. And I built a temple over here. Try to get some DKs going. You pretty much have to have death knights in every single game to start death and decay and the enemy's peon line. Working on my 2nd expansion right now, and that's going to go in small 12. Looking pretty low on wood, so I'm getting a couple more peons to go on wood. Build some more scout farms in case he decides to come from this area straight up to my base. Making a death knight. Couple more scout farms. And more often than not, they're going to kill those scout farms. But it's worth it when you don't lose ogres because you already got them lusted. So, you know, don't get pissed off when all your scout farms are dying. Just go back and rebuild some more, because they are very important. You need some sort of warning, or some sort of notice to find out when an enemy's coming up to you with a bunch of lust. So this is basically the basic 12 o'clock rush. That's the similar building order and similar building placement that most people do. My mine up here at 12 o'clock blue, so I bring all my peons, not all of them, but most of my peons over to 2 o'clock, start getting gold from there. And then you can go from there, build more barracks, build more expansions. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna send that death knight down to 5 o'clock. I'll just act like he expanded 5 o'clock. Send that death knight down there and DK his peon line. But there you go. You got the basic build for 12 o'clock.